French director Cédric Clapiche is best known for his ensemble films about young people from a variety of different countries and backgrounds. The Spanish Apartment in 2002, Russian Dolls in 2005. Back to Burgundy takes him into the spectacularly beautiful wine region of Bourgogne and was filmed over a year in a vineyard, or domain as the French call it. On a documentary level, we're given insights into pretty much the entire process of winemaking, the tasting of the grapes and the difficult decision as to when to begin the harvesting, the backpacker labour that picks the grapes, the crushing of the grapes, the first taste of a new vintage, the handling of the vines during the winter. It's all quite captivating, especially for wine lovers, and there's a narrative as well. Jean, Pierre Marmal, grew up with his two younger siblings, Juliette, Anna Girardot, and Jeremy, François Civil, on the vineyard owned and operated by his strict father, Eric Cavaca, who is seen only in flashbacks. Jean and his dad didn't get on, so Jean left, travelled the world, and wound up in Australia, where he and his partner Alicia Maria Valverde have acquired a small winery and a son. The brief Australian scenes were actually filmed in Spain. Learning of his father's illness, Jean has returned after a 10-year absence. Somewhat surprisingly, we aren't, at first, shown the scene in which he visits his father in hospital, and the film begins as he arrives at the vineyard to a somewhat muted welcome from Juliette and a rather hostile one from Jeremy. The siblings are angry because Jean didn't return home when his mother died, though he explains the reasons for this. When his father dies, the question of the inheritance looms large. The old man's will has left the property to the three siblings on condition it's not divided, but there's a massive inheritance tax of €500,000 to be paid, and none of the siblings has that much money. So instead of returning to Australia, Jean stays to help with the vintage, and eventually Alicia and their son show up to persuade him to come home. The film contains a few small surprises. Although she seems attractive to one of the part-time harvesters, Juliette, who emerges as the strongest of the three siblings and incidentally the most confident winemaker, is not given a romantic partner. And a great deal of the running time is given over to the detailed complexities of the winemaking process, which proves to be quite thrilling in itself. Near the end, there are a couple of lovely scenes in which Jean sees himself as a young boy, an idealistic child, who could never have imagined the path his life as an adult would take. The original French title, which means What Links Us, is more accurate than the English title, which is often the case when French films are retitled for the Anglo market. Clapiche has revealed that the idea for the film came from winemaker-actor Jean-Marc Rouleau, whose domain is the one featured in the film, and who appears as Marcel, the manager of the vineyard. I'm giving Back to Burgundy 3.5 stars.